Annyeonghaseyo, this is meowmurai. Let's continue our game of Lunar, Silver Star Story complete. As part of the Lunar Collection 2025, running on PC. That's a lot to say. Two of the four heroes, Lemia Alsa and Master Galleon, are residents of the Magic Guild. We've never had trouble attracting new recruits to the ranks of the guild with them on staff. Alex, you admire them almost as much as Dine, don't you? Hey, I just realized that means we're going to meet two of your heroes in one day. So, you kids want to meet Lemia and Galleon too? I could tell you were groupies. All Dragon Masters are masters of magic, but Dine was the best of the best. His spells were as dangerous as his sword. He was a total hunk. I want my boy to be as strong as Dine was, so I have him in training 14 hours a day. I don't think Dine trained that hard when he was a Dragon Master. I heard that Galleon was one of Dragon Master Dine's best friends. Now he works for Lemia as the premier of Vane, experimenting with magic and helping Lemia run the city. Oh, okay. Well, it's rare there's some duplicate dialogue. Let's play Magic Warriors. Here comes my Thunderspell, Zap! Oh, you got me. I'm hit. Haha, no one can withstand the power of my magic. That's why I'm Dragon Master Dine. Yeah, okay, kid. Hey, kids, you little brats hijacked my magic wand, didn't you? I heard that thing since I was, or I've had that thing since I was 2 years old, and if I don't get it back, you're all gonna get a spanking. Okay. Weird dialogue just. Armor. The Magic Guild attracts students of sorcery from all over the world. Lan, Maribia, Tamur, you name it. What? You're from Berg? What's next? A fool from Merot? Hey, that sounded like some kind of cheap shot, was it? Throw yourself into your studies. I mean, why would you want to go back to Berg? Experiments with magic have taken place here at the guild from the moment construction was complete. Only by testing our theories about the magical arts can our knowledge of them be expanded. Dragon Master Dine was fairly poor at magic when he first arrived in Vane. It was Galleon who taught him the basics of spellcasting. I remember watching them practice together. Did you hear that, Alex? Dine wasn't so good at magic at first either. This is the best item shop in all of Vane. Sure. Defense and wisdom. So we're going from oh, am I out of money? Oh, I am. Geesh, after all the fighting we've done. Have you heard of Black Rose Street? It's the most famous section of Maribia. It's the home of many graduates and business associates of the Magic Guild. Just about all of the items sold there are actually made here in Vane. Have you visited our magic library? I think it's even more magnificent than the guild. Maybe they have some books about dragons, Alex. The magic library is a font of knowledge from which we all drink. You'll find books on every aspect of the magical arts and tomes that document the history of our world. meowmurai is the only daughter of meowmurai, leader of the guild. She's quiet and shy, but also very graceful and beautiful. She has no lack of suitors. I hope we get to meet this girl soon, Alex. Alex, don't forget the reason we came to Vane. meowmurai is the only daughter. Okay. Yeah. Dragon magic is perhaps the most powerful magic of all, but it can be used only by the one who proves worthy of protecting the goddess. You can read this book 100 times over. You can study the history of magic for decades, but until you use magic in a combat situation, you'll never know the true extent of your skill. Our head librarian estimated that it would take 100 years to read every book in the library, but I'm told that Galleon has read almost all of them. Don't ask me how, but he did. Alex would fall asleep after 3 pages. Galleon is the most voracious reader in all of Vane, but meowmurai is a close second. Vane serves as both a place of magic and an airborne guardian of the goddess Athena. Of course, the day will never come when the home of the goddess is besieged by evil. A small number of magicians believe that Athena has entered into a sleep of sorts, but are unsure as to when or if she will reawaken. Alex, someone hid money in this book. Score! $10. Magic is the stuff that created our world and which holds it together. There must also be magic in the sea and sky. The Dragon Master is granted the use of the dragon armor, the finest protective plating ever crafted, reinforced with the magic of dragons themselves. But the armor is only given after the Dragon Master passes all of the dragon trials. We have yet to understand why the blue star always shows us the same face. I don't get it either. The same spell cast by 2 magicians will have a slightly different appearance and effect. Magic is as unique to each person as his face or his fingerprints. The mysterious disappearance and presumed death of Dragon Master Dine occurred 15 years ago, but the countless theories and endless speculation about what really happened continues unabated. The last person seen with Dine, Master Galleon, refuses to speak about the Dragon Master. Some think it is out of respect for his fallen friend, but others believe Galleon has something to hide. Name any Dragon Master and you can hear 100 different tales of their incredible adventures. Leon, the mighty Gale, who fought his foes with the blinding force of a hurricane. Gaul, the Iron Hand, who could fell the largest man with a single swing of his granite fists. Alicia and Leticia, twin sisters who prove that 2 is better than 1. Nato, the singing swordsman, who often burst into song while he decimated his enemies. Any book that doesn't mention dying right away isn't worth reading, right, Alex? If magic is the flesh of our world, the goddess Athena is its soul. It is the goddess who created this world in which we live. The power of magic is never to be underestimated and never to be abused. In the hands of an expert, magic is far deadlier than the mightiest sword. Intermediate Magic Spells, Volume 3, Controlling Flame. The Vile Tribe was a band of foul creatures which knew only of hate and destruction. Without the intervention of the goddess, they would have had their wicked way with our world. When our world was newborn, an evil force called the Vile Tribe tried to conquer it. They were banished by the goddess to the faraway frontier at the edge of our world. The Vile Tribe has not been seen since, leading many to conclude that they had died out. Dragon Master utilizes the power of his own magic and of the dragons to protect the goddess from harm, and to maintain peace in our world. He is the ambassador of all humanity. We owe our health, our wealth, and our very existence to the goddess. She cannot be praised enough. The Beginner's Guide to Magic, Volume 2, The Spirit of Water. Beginner's Guide, Volume 1, Spirit of Fire. Beginner's Guide, Volume 3, Spirit of the Sky. Intermediate Magic, Volume 8, Goodbye to Grass Stains. At the edge of this world is a region where the blue star has never shone, and where the touch of the goddess has never been felt. Overconfidence is the greatest enemy of a student of magic. Attempt to cast a spell without completely understanding it inevitably leads to disaster. As they embraced, Jane's gentle fingers pressed firmly against John's chest. John's hands worked their way to the nape of her neck as, "Alex, I think someone filed this in the wrong library." When the goddess shaped our planet, not even her enormous power could reach the distant frontier, and so it remained a wasteland even as the world around it blossomed forth with new life. Vane is the place in which our knowledge of the magical arts is kept, and in which that knowledge is taught to each new generation of mages and priests. The frontier is a sprawling wasteland on the outskirts of our world. No one brave or foolish enough to venture into the frontier has ever returned. This world was a dead star until it was touched by the goddess. Where there was darkness, she brought light, and where there was death, she brought life. Okay, bringing a lot of life, apparently. Welcome to the Guild Library. We have books on every aspect of magic and every subject known to mankind. Unfortunately, with all the new volumes we've received, it's hard to keep track of them all. You children need work? I'm always looking for alphabetizers. We have a saying here at the Magic Library. If you can't find a book to hear, how'd you pass the trial? We'll work on a better slogan. Ride a broom in 3 days. Guaranteed to work or you'll suffer an incredibly painful fall. One popular folk remedy for a headache is to paste a fillet of pickled fish onto one's forehead, or repeatedly chanting, "I am the Eggman, I am the Walrus." Perhaps unsurprisingly, this does not work. If magic disappeared from our world, it would become a place of chaos and death. Oh man, this book is great. It says that the Dragon Master commands the power of 4 enormous dragons. You become the Dragon Master by entering each dragon's cave and passing their trials. But the catch is that no one knows where the dragons are. Good way to screen out the pretenders, huh? I guess that means you're a contender, Alex. Okay, boy, that's a lot to read. Welcome to the Magic City of Vane, home of the Magic Guild and heart of the world. Hey, I bet you've heard of the Magic Emperor, haven't you? He's the bad man in charge of the vile tribe. I'm gonna punch him in the head until he's my friend. Bam, pow, whack. He's a feisty one, just like you were, Alex. Gonna beat him up, okay. Yeah, I've been hearing all about this here vile tribe. But ain't Althena supposed to banish them buggers when she came to our world? I've heard all these stories about the vile tribe, but I'm not worried. Why? Because the goddess Althena will protect us, as always. Galleon and Lemia started learning magic when they were children, and look at where they are today. That's what I want for my boy, and that's why he's here. He's going to make Galleon look like the spellcasting hack he is. Hi, where'd you come from? I came from the village of Lan. My parents said I have a talent for magic, so they brought me here to study at the guild. But I miss my friends. I don't want to study. I want to go home. Well, too bad, kid. You don't get choices in life. We moved here from Lan so my kid could take classes at the Magic Guild. He's going to achieve what we never could. Perhaps he'll be as important as Galleon. My brother and I are the best magicians in Lan. Yeah, huh? That's why our parents moved here. But all the kids at the guild are good at magic too. I don't like not being the best. So I have to study all day and night to make sure I'm better than everyone else. Don't forget that you're still a child. You need to go outside and play once in a while. Overrated. Move it. Get out of the way. I overslept again, and if I'm late to one more class, I'll be held back a year. Welcome to Vane. This magnificent structure is the Magic Guild. The guild is the heart of the magical force that binds all of Vane's people together. The Magic Guild is framed by two magnificent structures. The one on the left, the Silver Spire, and on the right, the Crystal Tower. Entry into either building is allowed only with the permission of the Magic Guild. Oh, Alex, you just know there's something cool inside. Okay. Hey kids, see the Crystal Tower over there? I hear the Magic Guild holds secret rituals inside it. Cool, huh? The other building is the Silver Spire. No one seems to know what it's for. Except the highest ranking members of the guild. Spooky, huh? You don't know why Vane circles around Althena's tower? It is because Vane has a duty to protect the goddess from harm. I thought I'd get dizzy up here, but I feel okay. I repeat, Vane circles Althena's tower to protect her from harm. Got it this time? Nope. Totally beyond us. We're just kids. Oh, the statue is here, huh? Hello, Alex. I'm glad you finally made it. What do you think of Vane? Breathtaking, isn't it? Galleon is occupied at the moment, so I'll escort you two to the parlor. Actually, we'd rather look around the Magic Guild, wouldn't we, Alex? Actually, yes. Alright then, suit yourselves. Luna, would you also care to wander the guild's halls? Perhaps later, but right now, sitting down and getting off my feet sounds wonderful. Then I'll just have to give you a private tour of the Magic Guild sometime, Luna. Alex, come upstairs whenever you're ready to meet with Galleon. Alex, this place is huge. I hope we don't get lost. I'll come for you when Galleon is ready. If you need anything in the meantime, Luna, please let me know. Thank you, Nash. I will. That song. It's Alex? You play beautifully, sir. May I ask how you came to learn that melody? Dine composed that melody when he was a boy, before he became the Dragon Master. Dragon Master Dine wrote that? Alex never told me. Why am I always the last person to know these things? Now, I'm certain this Alex probably was just unaware of the piece. No need to get unnecessarily upset. It doesn't become you. You must be a new student here at the guild, and quite a fetching one at that. What? Oh no, I don't have any magical abilities. I've traveled here with Alex. He's on a quest to become the Dragon Master. We already met Quark, the White Dragon. And we're here to learn the locations of the other three. What about you? Perhaps you're on a quest of your own. You may not even realize what you're searching for. At least not yet. Oh no, I'm not... Wait, the dream. I kept having the same dream, but it doesn't quite feel like a dream, and it doesn't make any sense to me. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to ramble on with someone I just met. Don't apologize. Everyone wants to understand themselves and to know who they are. But not everyone is prepared for what they ultimately discover. Are you prepared for your journey of discovery? Let me lift up my skirt and... Oh. I think I need to sit down. I feel weak. So, where should we go first, Alex? You become a Dragon Master? That could be the funniest thing I've ever heard. Only a person with proper education become the Dragon Master, country boy. Alex doesn't need an education. He has skill and a heart. A bumpkin from Berg will never become the Dragon Master again. Dine was a fluke, that's all. The students in this class were chosen by an elite committee which included Master Galleon himself. The strongest wizards of tomorrow are being molded here today. Okay. Please don't disturb me. I have to concentrate on my studies. If my grades improve, perhaps I'll be recognized by Galleon too. You're friends of Nash? I'm sure he's told you about his crush on Mia Elsa. But he doesn't have a chance. Mia is the next guildmaster and Nash is just a struggling student. He has to get his head out of the clouds and focus on reality, like passing next week's exam. Your words are like music to my ears. Nash is just setting himself up for heartbreak, the poor fool. Back off, children. The Silver Spire is off limits until further notice. This is the dungeon of the guild. It used to be reserved for nefarious criminals whose reckless behavior had endangered the people of Vane, but in recent days it has become populated with people whose crimes are dubious at best. What can I do? If I protest, I'll be thrown in jail along with the rest of them. Anyone who disobeys the orders of our guildmaster will be swiftly imprisoned within this dungeon. I don't feel that all the people in this dungeon are criminals, not even the majority of them. But my job isn't to question the will of the guildmaster. My job is to enforce her will. What was my crime? I made the mistake of asking Lemia Elsa why she's been acting so strangely. I considered Lemia a good friend. Now I consider her a righteous tyrant. Excuse me. What could have happened to make Lemia change so completely? Alex, I highly doubt we're going to find an unlocked gate in that dungeon. I've been ordered by Lemia to pay special attention to this prisoner, so back off before I throw you into a cell of your own. Have you heard the rumor that the goddess Athena no longer lives in her tower? I was discussing it with a friend when Lemia overheard me, and I was sentenced to 20 years down here. I never felt hatred for anyone the way I feel it for her. You can't say anything these days without risking the wrath of Lemia. These are Mia's private quarters. No visitors allowed. At least that's what Lemia ordered. But why don't you kids go inside and say hello? I think she could use the company right now. Wow, he might be an awful guard, but he's a pretty nice guy. Go in and say hello to Mia. Keep in mind she's very shy. Oh, I hope I haven't asked you anything too personal. It's just that it's been so long since I met someone who wasn't in the Magic Guild, so hopefully you'll forgive my curiosity. I'm Nal. This is Alex. Sorry about barging in. We came here to talk to Galleon, who's going to tell us where to find the dragons. He couldn't talk to us right away, so we decided to explore the guild. And that's when we found you. You're looking for the dragons? How exciting. It is, but we've only found the white dragon so far. Hey, why don't you come along with us? I know you'd have a lot of fun. Adventure? Me? No, I'm sorry. It's not permitted, I'm afraid. You can't? Well, I had to ask. I mean, what adventurers wouldn't want a beautiful girl by their side? Thank you, Nal. I'm flattered. Wow, you even cured her with a smile on your face, didn't she, Alex? Oh, stop it. Hey! What are you doing in here? How dare you enter Mia's room without permission? Who do you think she is? You're not allowed to speak to her, much less violate the sanctity of her bedchamber. Mia is the daughter of Lemia and the future leader of the Magic Guild. Nash, these people aren't... I apologize for this, Mia. I should never have let these slovenly hicks wander around the guild unsupervised. I take full responsibility for this invasion of your privacy, and I beg your forgiveness. Nash, will you please? Galleon will see you now. Come, quickly. Bye, Mia. Take care. Do I have to spell it out for you, too? Quickly. Goodbye. You didn't hear this from me, but Lemia's been acting like a complete freak lately. I think she should step aside and allow Galleon to run things until her mental condition is cured. I agree. A vacation is exactly what she needs. With Galleon as our leader, she might even decide on a permanent vacation. I think okay. Mia isn't in line to be the next guildmaster, but she doesn't have the qualities of leadership. Many members of the council are worried that we wouldn't be able to rely on her in a crisis. Mia will become the best guildmaster of them all, I guarantee it. Lemia used to reserve the dungeon for the hardest criminals and the most heinous crimes, but now I wouldn't be surprised if she threw her own daughter into the prison for not cleaning her room. I'm sure there's a good reason for her behavior. Lemia used to teach magic in the classroom down the hall, but not recently. She never comes out in public unless she absolutely has to, and she's always with Royce. Nash, I'm surprised at how well you're getting along with Alex and his friends. What? You must be joking, Royce. Tolerating his presence is more like it. You can't hide it, Nash. Not only do you get along with Alex, you even enjoy his company. Alex, where were you? Galleon's been waiting for several minutes. They wandered into places where they most definitely should not have been, Luna. We made friends with a girl named Mia. We'll introduce you to her if you like. Of course, Nal. You know I love meeting new people. Why don't you people focus your attention on the business at hand? You've been granted an audience with Galleon, the great sage of the Magic Guild. Why don't you meet him first? Master Galleon, these are the adventurers I mentioned to you earlier. Alex, Luna, and Nal. It's him. Oh, he gets 2 cinemas.
こそ魔法ギルド、アレスか。私がガレン。君たちのことはナッシュから聞かせてもらったよ。旅の間、随分と世話になったようだね。礼を言わせてもらう。
Nash also has said you seek to become the next Dragon Master, boy. Looking at your frail form, I frankly cannot imagine it. What do you mean? Alex is more than strong enough. But I can sense the magical ability lurking within you, and within Luna as well. Why don't you give up your misguided quest for the dragons? You are far better suited to taking up the study of magic here at the guild. It might not be as exciting as roaming the land, but you should certainly live longer. I'm not going to quit. That's a kind offer, Galleon, but I haven't spent my life dreaming of becoming a student. I've dreamt of being the next Dragon Master, and now I can realize those dreams. You certainly seem to have made up your mind. I applaud your determination. But I've heard rumors that a Dragon Master has already been born in the town of Lan. I'd like you to investigate this Dragon Master for me and determine his legitimacy. More like thereof, my steward will tell you the rest. Nash, you will go with Alex. Assist him in any way you can. Yes, Master Galleon. When we met before, why didn't you tell me who you were? There was no need, Luna. Besides, it was a pleasure to speak to someone with an appreciation for my music. Someday, perhaps you will allow me to hear yours. This looks like a diary, Alex, but I better read through it just to be sure. No, put that down before I slap your paw. I certainly hope you haven't been looking at my diary. The guild has heard reports from Lan of a man claiming to be the Dragon Master. There have also been conflicting reports that the man possesses one of the dragons. Galleon requested that you travel to Lan with Nash to see if this man is who he claims to be. If the Dragon Master in Lan turns out to be real, ask him to return with you to Vane. I have a great many questions for Althena's new protector. Not to mention a bit of unfinished business with the previous Dragon Master. It's good to hear the White Dragon is in good health. You must escort me to his cave when you return to Kaldor Island. We have much reminiscing to do, dear Quark and I. West, none's a barrier. Is that where I'm going? I don't even know where I'm going. Oh, yeah, well, I guess that's it. Oh, we're all confused. I'll make some coffee. I'm really tired. Alright. We come on behalf of the Magic Guild, sir. We've been ordered to travel to Lon by Galleon himself. Let us pass. Oh man, we don't want to get mixed up with the guild. Go on through, quickly. Lon is west of here, and this place is teeming with a criminal element, so I suggest we pass through here as quickly as possible. Come on, Jess. What'd I do? Give me another chance. Come on. Did you hear that? Please tell me I'm not going crazy. You're not crazy. Our boss is just drunk out of his mind and screaming himself hoarse again. I love the man, but he can be a huge pain in the butt sometimes. How lovely. Can we go now? Lon isn't getting any closer. Nanza is an intersection that connects Lon to the west, Vane to the east, and the Marius Zone to the south. I hear there's a bandit town in the Marius Zone, so watch yourself. I think we need to watch ourselves right now. The fishing village of Lon is west, and the Marius Zone is south. Our leader's name is Kyle. He's the strongest man I've ever seen. I bet he could beat up all of you. You're an easily excitable person, aren't you? The only man who could beat Kyle without using magic is Master Mel. I suppose you kids noticed that the guards working here are thieves, but they're good people despite that. I hired them as bodyguards when I travel into the Marius Zone to sell my patented extra strength pills, or extra strength pile salve. I guess it makes sense in a strange way, hiring the guards, I mean. The best part is that the thieves work cheap because they so enjoy getting into fights. I transport goods between Meribia and the rest of the towns on the continent. It's hard work, but it's always worth it when I reach the barrier and see Kyle. Kyle never charges a fee for women and children crossing the barrier. Getty. I was nothing. You don't understand. It was nothing like that. Yeah, Jessica. I can't say I'm thrilled with how much it costs to pass the barrier, but the monster population has soared in the last few weeks, and I'll choose my life over my money every time. The problem is that Kyle has a monopoly on the barrier protection industry. We need some competition. You know anyone who's not afraid of monsters and willing to work for minimum wage? When I'm going to the Marius Zone to sell my wares, the brigands of the barrier protect me. But they charge so much for their services, they might as well rob me at knife point. I don't know why Mel chose these hooligans to run the barrier. They're nothing but thieves with a license to steal. Hey kids, you look like you need a good meal. How about buying some of this fresh fish? It's yummy. Fresh? We're at the top of a mountain range. Well, the legal definition of fresh in Nanza is anything that isn't slimy. I used to have a steady supply of fish coming from Lon. Not anymore. I heard the man calling himself the Dragon Master is wreaking havoc on the village. What? A real Dragon Master would never do that. The new Dragon Master appeared in Lon, but he's using his dragon to steal from the villagers. I thought the Dragon Master was supposed to be the protector of Athena, not a bloomin' fish snatcher. I can't think of a more heinous crime, Alex. No, I can think of about 1,000,000. A world without heroes is no place to be. It's no place for me. Kyle never charges. Oh, that's right. Okay. Thanks. Thanks for the info. Look over there. It's Meribia. I was there once when I was a kid. You still are a kid. I'm not a kid. I'm a lady. Can you see Berg from here? Berg? I'm a lady. Okay. That made no sense. The Marius Zone is home to a man named Damon. He's supposed to be the guardian of knowledge, but he locked himself in the highest floor of a huge tower teeming with ferocious monsters. You'd think a guy with so much knowledge would know better than to do something so stupid. Maybe he knows something about the dragons, Alex. I'm hoping Damon has the answer to the questions I've held close for the past 6 months. Does this look infected to you? Oh boy, working designs humor. And they kept that old crusty translation. Not that the original game did not also have corny dialogue. You know, it was just Japanese specific humor. Jessica, why must you taunt me so? Can't you see how much I love you? Wow, someone called the guys in the white coats. This one's a keeper. I am never seeing you children in my prison before. Are you wanting to see the inside of a cell? We're on a mission assigned to us by Galleon himself. Throw us in jail and you'll answer to the Magic Guild. I am formally offering you to tour our prison. You are pleased going. Oh. Okay, that's weird. I've never didn't quite translate that one nicely. Hello, children. I would show you the merchandise I'm selling, but you're too young to know about that sort of thing. Teehee. I don't need to see it to know what it is, Alex. Alex, your face is red. What's going through that naughty mind of yours? Come sample my wares when you grow up, kids. Hehehe. Kyle is the most fabulous boss a man could ask for. He has charisma, he has a keen sense of fashion, and he has a wonderful tan. There's only one thing wrong with him, but nobody's perfect, right? What isn't there to like about Kyle? He's so strong and so gorgeous. But he's a bad boy, and bad boys need to be disciplined. I heard the most fascinating stories over dinner last night. Our waiter was regaling us with tales of the great Dragon Master dying. He was so fascinated that I allowed my chocolate souffle to get cold, and I never do that. I bet Alex could tell you some great stories about dying too. I'm surprised to learn that Dyne lost his magical powers and died. At least that's what we think. There has to be something more to it than that. I'd bet a rack of lamb on it. I'm the second strongest man in Nanza. One of these days, I will beat Kyle at thumb wrestling. I still can't believe what happened. Kyle and I were taking a walk, holding hands, when this horrible little girl came up to us. I think she was Kyle's ex-girlfriend. She screamed at him, slapped him in the face, and stormed off in a huff. I don't care if they're friends or not. She has absolutely no right to treat him that way. See what I mean? Countrywomen are just as rude as the men. I don't know who that girl was, but I will have half a mind to slap her in the face. Can I watch? Excuse me, pardon me, I have a couple dozen mouths to feed. These men are starving after a hard day robbing. I think Master Mill eats this much food for breakfast. Today's dish is the Brigand Surprise. I've added roasted fire ants for a dash of flavor. Roasted ants? Blech, how disgusting. But if they were covered in chocolate, I might feel a little differently. Some guy in Lan is calling himself the Dragon Master and stealing food from the villagers. What is he, stupid? This is Kyle's territory, and the only people who steal here is us. No one has the right to steal from others. Why doesn't Mel stop harassing us and go after the real criminals like that guy in Lan? We don't hurt innocent people. We protect them for a modest fee. Locked. I saw an old man crossing the barrier the other day and tried to charge him for passage. Not only did he turn me down, he gave me and my men a righteous beating in the process. We thought he was going to finish us off, but he just laughed as he kicked our quivering butts again. He said his name was Like. Huh. That sounds like, all right. I've never seen anyone fight as skillfully as Like. He might even be stronger than my boss, Kyle. I can't believe we tried to charge him money. I'm so embarrassed. Greetings, I'm headed for the village of Iuk in the south region of the Marius zone. It's a place where inventors from all over have gathered to realize their creations and exchange ideas. I'm going there to build the ultimate inflatable. Uh-huh. Inflatable what? We come on behalf of the Magic Guild, sir. We have been ordered to travel to Lan by Gallium himself. Let us pass. Listen up, boy. I don't care if you were sent here by the goddess herself. I don't care if you were bringing milk and cookies to my own dear mother. Nobody gets through this gate without Kyle's permission. Alas, I think the man is drunk off his arse at the moment. Can we talk to him anyway? We're really in a hurry. I last saw of him, Beastie. Wait. The last I saw of him, Beastie, he was thoroughly enjoying a glass of our finest brew in the North Tower. Have you no short-term memory, boy? I don't open this gate without Kyle's say-so. Yeah, okay. Look for him in the tower. And we just talked to him, but it didn't trigger the scene. So we had to do this first. I seen Kyle. He was going towards the east tower with a mug of ale the size of my head. Let's go find him, Alex. My friend Kyle was here a while ago, but he went to get some food because he was hungry. I bet he went to the cafeteria in the basement. That's where I go to get ice cream. You should have seen it. There was a man in here who had the most severe case of munchies I've ever seen. He ate more food in 5 minutes than I've eaten in the past 5 days. I think more of it ended up on his shirt than in his mouth. I was told he's the leader of the barrier guard. I guess you don't need manners when you're in charge. I beg your pardon? Gallion is the strongest magician in the world, and he never eats with his hands. I'm sure Kyle is strong, but even he isn't immune to the ravages of heartburn. Kyle got into a huge fight with his gal pal and got completely smashed after she stormed off. Not that Kyle needs an excuse to drink himself silly, of course. Kyle's a lucky man. His quarters are right next to the mess hall. A midnight snack is just a stroll away. I've never seen anyone drink like Kyle does. It's one of the things that's attracted me to him. Okay. Why doesn't Mel stop harassing? Oh, yeah. Got that. Kyle's finally asleep. Thank the goddess. When he gets drunk, he gets completely out of control. So we lock him in a jail cell until he dries out. I wish he'd stop arguing with Jessica and just admit how he feels for her. I get the feeling our boss slept in a few jail cells before he ever came to Nanza. Snort belch. You are being quiet, kids. Kyle sleeps most calmly, and you are rattling him into furious anger. What? This sloppy drunk is in charge of Nanza? So what is he doing, drooling all over the floor of his jail cell? When the boss is getting worked up, he is becoming most entirely berserk and uncontrollable. When he is having a most disturbing battle with his old girlfriend, we are knowing it was coming. So we are encouraging him to drink most excessively and throwing him into the brig. It is being for the best. What's going on out there? Kyle, it is being nothing. Nothing at all. You are going back to sleep now. Okay, sleepy. That was being too close. I'll make you a deal. If you are not disturbing Kyle again, I am ordering the guard to open the west gate most swiftly. I am suggesting you accept my offer before I am throwing you into the cell with Kyle and devouring the key. Jessica was Kyle's girlfriend? Wow, I wonder if they still have feelings for each other. You know, that's all I care about. I could have told you Kyle was going to get toasted the second his lady friend stormed out of here. You didn't actually try to wake him up, did you? Few things in this world are uglier than Kyle on a bender. Except perhaps my mother on one. We were about to wake him up when someone stopped us. Oh, and a wise man he was, freak. You might as well wander into a cave and tickle a hibernating bear. Why don't you run along now before you get us all fired? Come on, boy. This is the one and only job I get. Or I got. Get out of here, won't you? Of course. Okay, why don't we stop it there? This is meowmurai. You've been watching Lunar, this Silver Star story, remastered, running on, or the Silver Star story, running on PC. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.